In Walmart's Who'Knewville, everyone ready their cart. Amazing Black Friday deals are about to start. Online and in the app, such great deals to explore. Everything you love from tech, toys, and more. The days to save and the ones to remember. It's only the 25th to the 30th of November. Set your alarms. Don't miss out. These deals are epic, without a doubt. The Who's are all ready, but are you? Walmart Black Friday deals await. Who knew?
Hello, I'm Diane Morgan. If you know who I am, you know who I am. If you don't, who cares? I'm here to explain Italian Time, a holiday phenomenon where Italians throw away their clocks and gather for eternity with San Pellegrino. I've been at this party so long that I've eaten 5 courses, hugged someone's grandma twice, and been offered a job in the family restaurant. So this holiday season, make sure to bring enough San Pellegrino to last you through the meal, the after meal, and the entire goodbye ritual. San Pellegrino, holiday on Italian Time.
What mom would you be if you were to go back in time and be on like a TV show that you grew up watching? Like, who was that mom for you?
I think I would be Lorelai Gilmore.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah.
I know.
Oh,
yeah, I think that's true for us, Sabrina.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah, that's who I'd want to be.
yeah.
Or like a better version of her. Because
yeah,
I do
like a
think
less
we've
codependent
Yeah, a
version.
little less codependent with our teen daughter. But
Yeah.
she was so cool and she knew so much about everything. Yeah.
Maybe we
Yes.
mixed Emily, her mom, and Lorelai, and they would arrive at the perfect
Yeah,
mom.
the perfect
There
mom.
you go. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's great. I think it's so important to like have the boundaries. You're still the parent, but if you can delve into this confidant space, that is like golden. Like we need to be able to cultivate that with our kids, for sure.
There is no hood like parenthood. Hi, I'm Kanika Chadda Gupta. I'm a former CNN journalist, mom of 3, including twins, and host of That's Total Mom Sense, the podcast. Now, if I had $1 every time I heard, gee, you have your hands full. On my show, I interview change makers on their life lessons, legacy, and superpower of intuition, which I call our Mom Sense and Dad Sense. I've had the privilege of working with Mom 2.0, March of Dimes, and the White House, and have had some pretty amazing parents on my show.
Hey, what's up? I'm Kelly Rowland. Hi, this is Chelsea Clinton. It's me, Bobby Brown. Can't wait to share my story.
That's Total Mom Sense is a production of the Evergreen Podcast Network. Be sure to subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts and on YouTube so you never miss an episode. To join my tribe, visit that'stotalmomsense.com and follow me on Instagram at Kanika Chadda Gupta. Now let's dive into today's episode.
Today's episode features 2 moms I can relate to. The 3 of us are media moms of multiples. Andie and Sabrina met 20 years ago as college freshmen and have been inseparable ever since. With 4 kids between them, they spend a lot of time chatting about the joys and hardships of parenting, the pressures of juggling family and work, and of course, the latest pop news. Andie Mitchell is a New York Times bestselling author and the founder of the food and lifestyle blog, andiemitchell.com. Her memoir, It Was Me All Along, was chosen as one of Amazon's top 100 best books of 2015 and People Magazine's Book of the Week. Her cookbook, Eating in the Middle, a mostly wholesome cookbook, was featured in the New York Times Book Review and selected as O Magazine's Cookbook of the Month. She lives in Massachusetts with her husband, Daniel, and their 2 sons, James and Levi. Sabrina Kohlberg is an Emmy Award-winning producer for Good Morning America with a passion for producing stories about pop culture and parenting. If she's not on a red carpet at an award show, she can be found writing a story about current events or parenting advice. She lives in New Jersey with her husband, Steve, and their kids, Violet and Cooper. Now, we all know moms just want to have fun. So today we're going to talk about how we all got into journalism and how that's informed our parenting and so much more. We're definitely going to get into pop culture because have to, and some rapid fire rounds. Lego. Andie and Sabrina, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having us. I'm excited to be here. Yeah.
This is going to be so fun. Let's start with what you guys were like growing up. Were you the ones who were just talking at the back of the class all the time? Because I definitely.
I was not. I was really shy and reserved and kind of a nervous kid. I was very anxious from like the time I was born, basically.
Aww.
So, yeah, I became more talkative and more outgoing probably around the same time that I met Andie, because she's such a personality.
She's too much because she talks too much. I did get in trouble for talking quite a bit. You know what I mean? Because I just was always trying to shoot the breeze with people in class. So that's, I don't know, it works for podcasting now. But yeah, I think I was like Sabrina. I mean, I think we both relate. We both grew up struggling with our weight, let's say. So I think that adds a layer of like shyness, or like you kind of create a little bit of like a wall between you and your classmates in school. Yeah. But I think I was probably quirky and maybe funny. I mean, I'd like to think I was funny. I was always trying to make people laugh. It probably didn't work most of the time. But yeah, it was, I think we were probably similar, but Sabrina was maybe more reserved.
Yeah. Okay. And what made you decide to, pursue broadcast journalism?
It's interesting. I loved TV and movies. I loved entertainment. So it wasn't obvious that I would do broadcast journalism, but Good Morning America kind of combines those two in the best way. We do really hard news, and that's something that I've really learned to love and I've really enjoyed. But we also have really fun stuff, and I've gotten to be on red carpets and interview celebrities and see movies that I love. So that seemed like a happy medium between the two. When I graduated college, I didn't know what I was going to do.
You basically took your passion and were like, okay, I need to be around this all day, every day.
Yes. Sort of right after college, I worked in film production, like luckily just a Martin Scorsese film, set up shop in my hometown, and I got a job as a production assistant. So like nothing exciting or glamorous, but I got to work in the art department there and to see kind of like how everything works. And I found it really interesting, but ultimately I didn't stay in film production. But it's just like I think you find your career by just immersing yourself closer and closer to things that you think you'll like, and then you land wherever you land. I mean, some people do have more purposeful paths, but I think for me, it felt like testing waters and like giving it a shot.
Yeah, of course. And what were some of your pinch me moments in your career?
I started a blog in 2010. At that time, people were like, blogging is dead. Like, don't start, like it's too late. People already got book deals from blogging. It's over. I don't know. I liked the idea of food blogging. I loved to read food blogs where they had recipes and kind of wrote about their lives. And so I started it, and it's within a year and a half of blogging, I heard from a couple of book publishers and like a literary agent, and started the path of writing my first book, which was like really exciting. That was a really big moment for me because it kind of changed the trajectory that I was on.
Yes, I can imagine. I want to just read a snippet from your blog. Swiping a finger through that frosting, I stop. I consider how wildly my feelings about eating this one cake have swung in the last 7 years. Since that time, I've lost 135 pounds. So I wanted to just use this as a segue. You are, just goals. How did you lose that much? Yeah. And it's like now we're in a Ozempic, Mounjaro, Wegovy generation. There's shortcuts. How did you do it?
Oh, God. I mean, I don't recall a time in my life when I had ever been normal weight or thin. So by the time I was 20, I had like joined the YMCA with my friend for the summer, and I stepped on a scale, which we didn't have a scale growing up. So I like realized that I was 268 pounds. And I thought, if I don't change whatever I'm doing now, like I can only see that I'm going to continue to gain, and my world is going to maybe not be what I wanted it to be, because I felt like my weight was making me very self-conscious and like painfully shy and not wanting to put myself out there. So I started exercising. I started counting calories. I tried Weight Watchers. I did Weight Watchers for probably like the first half of my weight loss. Sabrina and I like went to a Weight Watchers meeting in college and learned about points at that time. And we were blowing our points at KFC. We were like, how much is a biscuit at KFC? Like what? Not how you're just like dummies about it. But it was just, I don't know. It was a journey of like, I guess, learning about nutrition. And like, I gave up drinking Sprite for all my meals. Like, I don't know. I think I learned portion sizes, and it's like, it was a slow journey, but it was not, I lost the weight. I kept it off for many years, but I have struggled many times in the past now. What year did I lose the weight? 2006? 2006. So it's been like a long time since then. And having children, like with my son, my second son, I gained so much weight. It was also COVID. I have gained and lost a lot of weight, like 100 pounds, like many times now.
Wow. Yeah.
And I'll do it again, and I'll probably do it again. So I don't want to be here like a success story and I have it all figured out. Truly, like it's going to be a lifelong thing. I think I struggle. Food is my go-to for comfort. It's like a neural pathway has been created where if I feel discomfort, I think that eating will relieve some of the discomfort. And I do have to be mindful and work on my ability to find better coping mechanisms. Or I think the best thing I've learned is just to really think about, as moms, you're so tired. I think that's like you're physically so tired. And I think since having children 5 years ago, I really think about how food makes me feel more than just how much I like the taste. Like I know that eating certain foods, it's like I'm going to wake up tomorrow and I'm going to feel kind of like I have a hangover, even though it was like just, like cake or candy or whatever it is. So I think there's a lot of power in like kind of connecting what your body's telling you after you eat certain foods and trying to every day just like feel your best. That's been a huge, huge helper to me.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, I'm all about meal prep, even though it's such a huge undertaking to cook everything, on a Sunday. But I love that you have recipes like your Moroccan couscous and kale salad. And yeah, if you just make it in bulk and put it in your little containers, you can simplify, grab, and go. Sabrina, so tell us about some of your like GMA moments.
Oh my goodness. I mean, there's been so many. So I started working for GMA as soon as I graduated college. I've had every job there. I started as a PA and I'm a coordinating producer now. I've gotten to go to the White House. I went to London for the Queen's Jubilee.
Oh.
My favorite thing is to go to the Oscars. I go quite frequently. I'll be going this week. It never gets old. It's the most exciting thing in the world to me.
So cool.
It's so impossible, like the shift, because that's the West Coast. GMA is on at 7 a.m. on the East Coast, so you don't get any sleep. But it never feels like something I don't want to do. I always, always, always want to do it. One of the biggest pinch me moments is when Andie came on GMA, I got to produce her story about her book, which felt really like, oh my God, this is this lady who I met freshman year of college. And now I'm writing a story about her book. Yeah. So it was exciting.
Goodness. Oh, that's so full circle. I love that. And tell us about your schedule, because I haven't been in TV for many years now. I left the industry before I had kids. So, and I know what it takes. It's, just really erratic, crazy hours. Like, how are you guys like managing?
Yeah. So GMA is staffed 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Someone's never not there. I've done all of the shifts. Right now, I am lucky enough to be in a more normal schedule, which is really, I think, the only way I would be able to survive with 2 children at this age. But I've done, waking up at 4 a.m. I've done working until 4 a.m., So I've done a little bit of everything. And I will say it really prepared me for the early days of motherhood. Because it's like a lot of people pull all-nighters in college, but then you stop. But I never really stopped pulling all-nighters because of my job. Even though the exhaustion in those early days of having a baby is like nothing else, like you feel like you're going to lose your mind. But at least I had like a little practice not sleeping at all. Yeah. So that was a perk.
Yeah.
Totally.
What about you?
So I'm living in Massachusetts. I work from home when I do like writing primarily or like food photography or anything like that, which I haven't done in a while now. But my schedule, I've come to New York now for podcast things a few times, and it's not far, which is it's easy, like 3.5 hour ride. And then I'm there. So I've come into the ABC offices a few times, but mostly I'm home. My kids, I have a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old, and the 3-year-old just started school this year. So before that, and he is on the autism spectrum. So requires like a lot of hands-on care. And so that keeps me pretty busy. So now he's in like a half day of school during the week, which is nice because it's like the first time, the past like 5 or 6 months have been like the first time it's been without my children with me like 24 hours a day, so it's all that's such a crazy transition for moms to make, for dads to make. So so I think my world is like just now, as we're beginning this podcast, like I maybe like opening up more to like a structure where I can kind of schedule things, because a lot of times, I mean, as my kids are dropping, they drop naps, and then you drop, different habits. I'm still in that phase where I'm finding more like ways that I'm structuring my day to have like set times and schedules that I can like adhere to, because that's such a comfort as a mom to know you'll have time to do whatever you want to do or need to do. So I'm figuring it out day by day. And my husband also works from home, so we really are able to, we're so privileged to be able to kind of create our own schedule with regards to our kids. Like when their school is in session, Daniel, my husband, will take, them from X to Y time, and I'll do the rest. And so,
That's great.
Yeah, it's a roller coaster.
I totally get it. I think for us, when we had the twins, it was like imperative to get on a schedule, because there was no way that it was like, you're going to nap, then you're going to nap, then you're going to get up, then you're going to, like, no.
Yeah.
So we were just vigilant about that like the third just fell in line. It was like, this is when we eat. Like,
we had to set up a schedule before you, honey. We have to keep it going.
We can't deviate from this plan.
Exactly. Yeah, it definitely ties you through. I wanted to ask you what, your kids have taught you lately. I feel like they're our biggest teachers.
They are. My daughter is like really healing for me, because as I said, I was a really shy, nervous kid. And I mean, I've made every effort to help this along, but I think this is also just how she is. She is not shy. She is not nervous. And so I learned so much about how I want to be by watching her act. She is just like living life with such fun. So that's something that she teaches me a lot. And then my son is really teaching me patience right now. He's 2.5, and 2 is tough. He's always screaming and yelling. And so I'm learning my patience from him. Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah, I get that.
Oh God. I think kids, like, they do teach you all of they show you, I think, what your character defects are real quick. Like that you need to learn patience. Like a small but significant to me is like, I am an incredibly self-conscious people pleaser. And I think one big lesson of many that they teach me every day is just like not viewing my kid as an extension or projection of myself, where if we're out with family, with friends, and they're like, let's say, misbehaving or appear to be misbehaving, that's not like any criticism wouldn't just be directly to my heart as a mom. You know, it's like they are their own people. And I think it's really helpful for me to learn to let go of controlling others' perception of me, which is like something you realize as you age anyway, but kids really, really make that apparent that you can't control everything. And I think it's helpful for me to like just recognize the distance and the beauty in like people who would judge you for anything anyway aren't really the kind of people you want to be around anyway. But you know, it's nice. Yeah. It's nice to get that separation of your kids are not just you, not just an extension of you.
Yes. And I'm with you. They definitely are your mirror. They challenge you in the best way. And I just think, what would I have appreciated? Like, how would have wanted to be parented when I was 7 or when I was 5, you know? Yeah. And I just look them in the eye and I'm like, if this were little me, what would I need? And it just puts everything into perspective because you really are kind of seeing life through their vantage point. What are some of the fun, like, they just say the darndest, so like fun things that they've said lately to you?
Yeah. Well, you know, my daughter last night, she woke me up at 4 a.m. because her water cup was empty.
Okay.
And, you know, so I just like went into the bathroom. I filled it up using the sink and I handed it to her and she took like a little sip in her bed and then she goes, "No ice?" Like as if she was at the Four Seasons or something. And
where's the cucumber?
Like, I was like, no ice. I was like, it's 4 a.m. Go back to bed, my friend.
My son, James, like 2 weeks ago, we went through like a solid week where he was like really not wanting to sit down at the dinner table to eat his meals. Like he wanted to bring it in the TV room and like watch TV, which is like not something we do. So it was like, just kind of like, okay, I totally get that sounds fun for you. We're going to eat dinner at the table. You have to eat dinner at your table, whatever. So my husband and I just went through a few days of just trying to like tell him like, hey, this is how we operate here. And one day my son just goes, okay, I'm going to sit at the table, but this is the last time I'm going to do this. This is the last time I'm going to do this. And it's like just really kind of threatening us and also just giving us like fair warning. I'm not going to do this ever again. Like, and I realized like that's because my husband and I, like when we, you know, we'll get too far in like a game and it goes nuts and we'll be like, okay, this is the last time we're going to play Candyland. This is the last time we're going to go to the mall where everyone gets there, you know, just like, so he's picking up the language and then just letting me know, I'm not going to be able to keep going with this dinner thing, this dinner at the table thing. And I laughed so hard. And it turns out he's already gotten past it and he's eating dinner at the table like normal. But he had to just kind of like throw out a last ditch effort to like, I'm an independent guy. I make my own decisions about where I eat, you know? So good.
Oh my gosh. That's so sweet. Yeah. For me, so my youngest Shrey he's just like super jovial, like loves to be the center of attention. It's like classic third kid. This was really scary, actually. He took his trike to the park by himself when the kids were supposed to be playing in the driveway, and he straight up just like barreled down the street. When, you know, we were chasing after him and brought him back home, I was like, I know you want to like, you know, the way and whatever, but you have to let me know. Like it took me a second to get to him. Finally, like the twins were like, Shrey left. Like he's
gone.
So I was like, oh my God, I got to go chase after him. So when I brought him back home, I was like, you're fearless. And I love that. But like, there's a lot of unsafe things. We went into stranger danger, all that stuff. And he was like, I just want to move to another country. Like, maybe like, I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, like South Africa or North Africa or something.
You just had to get out of there. He's like, if I can't get my trike to this park, I'm not staying.
I don't know where North Africa is. Yeah. Just hilarious.
Like, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah, it was so funny. And I like am researching air tags. And like, I need to do something about this. Yeah, because it's just
We just
never
went to
know.
Disney World and we put some air tags on the kids, just as like
Okay.
a insurance policy.
Yes. Yeah.
It's just good
'cause I was like,
practice.
put
That's
it on the
scary.
shoe
though.
or-
just in case they wander around. I just want to be able to track them. But luckily we didn't
Yeah.
lose any children at Disney World.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Yet.
No,
I
that's
mean,
like
maybe the next
so
time.
frightening. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but then you'll have that, it's just,
Exactly.
yeah, need that. Okay, now I want to go into like a fun rapid fire round with you guys because you two are the pop culture moms, and I love that you kind of allow us to relive our childhood in different ways through your podcast. So I wanted us to go around and share what comes to mind first with these questions. And let's start with, what mom would you be if you were to go back in time and be on like a TV show that you grew up watching? Like, who was that mom for you?
I think I would be Lorelai Gilmore.
That's exactly
Aw.
what I was going to say.
Yeah.
I know.
Oh my God,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think that's true for us, Sabrina.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah, that's who I'd want to be.
yeah.
But like a better version of her. Because
yeah,
I do
like a
think
less
we've
codependent
a
version.
little less codependent
Little
with our
less.
teen daughter. But
Yeah.
yeah, she was so cool and she knew so much about everything. Yeah.
Maybe we'd
Yes.
mix Emily, her mom, and Lorelai, and they would arrive at the
Yeah.
perfect
Yeah, the
mom.
perfect
There
mom.
you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's great. I think it's so important to like have the boundaries. You're still the parent, but if
Exactly.
you can delve into this confidant space, that is like golden. Like
Yeah.
we need to be able to cultivate that with our kids,
Yeah.
for sure. For me,
What about
it's-
you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Felicia Rashad,
Oh.
Claire Huxtable.
Claire Huxtable all
Mhm.
day.
I just
I relate
Oh
to
my
Claire
God.
Huxtable.
she
Like
was
just kind of like her eye rolling was exactly how you feel a lot. You know what I mean?
yes.
She was unflappable,
Yes.
but like always like smirking and like had like a
cheeky,
loving, warm energy. Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
right. And she was a boss. Like it was just like all
Uh-huh.
those things, like feminist, like just I feel like she checked all those boxes, but still had like a unique bond with like her many different kids. So it
Oh,
was really
yes.
sweet. What about the centerfold picture? Because we all had this in your locker.
Of course.
I would love to say that I had like Leonardo DiCaprio up, and I think I did around Titanic. But if I'm being really honest, it was Devon Sawa.
Oh, my
Devon
God,
Sawa. Oh my
Casper!
God, Devon
Yeah.
Sawa.
Ooh,
Forever
that's a
and
good
ever.
one. That's a
Yeah.
good one.
Yeah.
Devon Sawa is so good. Talk
Yes.
JTT. Well,
Oh my God.
JTT was not
He was a fave.
necessarily my cup of tea, but he was a babe.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He is a babe,
totally.
probably still. But I always
Yeah.
had Leonardo DiCaprio. I have to just
I
go back
love
to
it.
my roots.
Yeah, I had JTT and I had Mike Vitar from Sandlot.
Oh, yes. Oh my
Wow.
gosh.
He's the
that's
only
a
reason why I
great
watched.
one.
I was like, I
That's
don't
an
play baseball.
excellent
I don't
one.
know baseball, but like fourth grade me was just like,
That's-
he's hot.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
agree. Yes.
Mhm.
Oh my goodness. Favorite magazine that you would go to get whenever you went grocery shopping with your parents?
I was all about Teen Bop. I know Tiger Beat
Whoa.
was like a popular one, but Teen Bop was where I was.
Mine
yeah,
is Us Weekly.
I
yeah.
love that.
She was very advanced.
Started
Yes.
young. Started young
Yes.
with the entertainment interest. Yeah. I don't know if
Right.
that's a good thing. But and People, which I think People magazine came first, like well before Us Weekly, but I always loved a tabloid.
Yes.
Forgive me, I loved a tabloid. I just thought they were great.
Guilty pleasure. Yeah, they were
Yes.
great.
Yeah.
It's just everybody with their Starbucks cups. It was like a thing.
Yeah.
I loved 17. I just,
Oh,
yeah.
oh my gosh,
Quizzes.
was that the best?
oh my gosh. Yeah, they really
was-
were.
remember
and like just
YM?
reading your horoscopes at the end.
Oh,
like it was,
YM.
had to.
That was the
I
best.
am.
YM
Oh,
was
wow.
such a
YM
oh
was
gosh.
good too.
So
Everything
good.
was like a Delia's ad.
yes.
Yeah.
Like just so what a time. Yeah, I love it.
Oh my
I love
gosh.
it. I'd love
Yeah.
to get my hands on these magazines now. Like
Totally.
I never buy magazines, but I would
Yes.
you can't go to the airport without buying a magazine. Like
Totally.
I love that.
They're just relics. Big Bopper. Like it was just, wow,
Oh,
that's where the
Mhm.
centerfolds were.
So many.
Mhm.
Your favorite lip gloss?
It was MAC lip gloss.
Ooh. Oh yeah, that's fancy.
If you
I love it.
recall, that was
Sticky as you
yeah,
want.
so sticky, like your hair
Yeah.
would get like stuck to your
Every
face. You would look like
time.
a tarantula all day.
With
So
like pink gloss stuck in your
Yeah, but it was high shine. Like it looked like you. I don't know what was happening,
Yes.
but I was obsessed. Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
mine is like, I don't want to be too cool. I was on the scene with Clinique Black Honey, which is, I know, not technically a lip gloss, but more of a stain, like a light stain. And my mom was like always a diehard Clinique lipstick gal. So I found out about Clinique Black Honey, I want to say 1996 or 7.
Nice.
And that was when Madonna mentioned it. Okay. Either in Style magazine or somewhere similar. My mom, I swear, we were at the mall within an hour. Like, we've got to pick up this color. It's like your lips, but better. Are you familiar with Black Honey? It's
I have to look it up
it's
now.
Still the best.
Oh my
it's
gosh.
like, but it was a real cult. It is now. People still wear it, but I thought that was so cool.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. For me, I would say it's like I just remember the graduation of it all. It went from like lip smackers to soft lips to like the moment when my mom took me shopping. I remember we went to prescriptives. I felt like I think the word prescription just made it sound better. And it was like, this is like scientific makeup, And so my mom was like sold. She was like, okay, yeah, you could get this like whatever powder and
I liked prescriptive. It doesn't exist anymore, correct? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. No, but I remember that. Yes.
Yeah. That was a good one.
What a time.
Okay, favorite TV show?
90210.
Yeah.
I just loved it. Or Dawson's Creek. But
I mean, mine was Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Dawson's
excellent.
Creek. Those were my two. And honestly, still might be.
Yeah.
I mean, I still watch them if they pop up.
Full House was like all-time fave. I love that, you can just, my kids watch it now and they think it's so hilarious because they'll say like, how rude. And I'm like, oh my goodness, like this is what I grew up with. This is so cute. And then when I got older, Dawson's and Felicity.
Oh, and Felicity. I rewatched Felicity not too long ago.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, Carrie Russell still takes my breath away.
Yeah.
Also, she's in one of my top favorite TV shows of all time. Again, The Americans, which was such a good show. So she's really done. She's done a number on me with her career.
Long lasting.
Yeah.
Totally. From MMC, she was one of those Mickey Mouse Club.
Yes. I forget about her. I do forget that about her. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Were you a Noel, or for Felicity, were you a Noel gal or Scott what was Scott Speedman's character's name? Ben. Noel or Ben?
Oh my gosh. I went back and forth, but like, Noel. Because it's like you go for the bad boy in the beginning, but then I was like, like which one is the keeper? So then I like flip-flopped.
No, Sabrina always went for the bad boy.
I always went for the bad boy. I always picked Ben
every time.
And I know that it's Noel. Like I know that she should be picking Noel, but in my heart it's Ben.
It's always for her. Similarly, it was always Pacey over Dawson.
Oh, I mean, I didn't even entertain it. It's Pacey for life.
Monica,
I'm
getting a sense you were Dawson.
I was.
Wait a minute.
Like, totally. Because I don't know what it is. It's like
it's rocks.
There's an allure of the bad one, but then you're just like, who's my best friend and who's like always going to be there.
So you have a better head on your shoulders.
You do. I think that's why you've had success in life and we're just, getting around to it.
When I found out I was having a son, I asked my husband, I was like, could we name him Pacey? Yeah. And my son was like, get out of here.
We're taking it too far now.
Yeah.
I was like, I love Pacey
Witter.
Yeah.
Then it would have been fine. It's like, Pacey and Joey were really cute. Okay, favorite movie?
Titanic.
Well, since she said Titanic, which is one of my favorite movies, but Can Hardly Wait was like my favorite 90s movie. Yeah, I love it.
That's a good one. Mine was Good Will Hunting.
Oh, of course it was.
That's a great one.
That? Oh my gosh.
On repeat.
Nothing better. No, sing better than that.
And you're, I mean, from Boston, so you can appreciate.
Oh, yes.
She can do like
I
scenes
love
from,
it.
I mean,
I
we
love it.
won't
I'm
put
not
her on
gonna-
the spot here, but
Don't make
she
me-
can imitate
yeah.
that Boston accent
I love
so
it.
No
perfectly.
way.
My mom has, everyone in my family has a very strong Boston accent. My mom has a very thick Boston accent, so it's very familiar. But yeah, I love Good Will Hunting. I love that Minnie Driver recently on social media revealed that like at the Oscars that year that Ben and Matt won best screenplay, that she was like just devastated because they had just broken up not too long before. And I was still carrying a torch for them. I don't know why. Now, he's been in a successful marriage for, I want to say 20 years, but I was still like, wasn't
There's
that
still
a
a
great
chance.
relationship? Yeah, they were so perfect together.
They were cute.
I love that.
Oh my gosh, classic. And favorite song?
Kissing You by Desiree. Now, you know
that's a
Desiree
good
sings You Gotta Be,
one.
right? But so you remember,
Yes.
similarly, Leonardo DiCaprio in Romeo and Juliet, Baz Luhrmann's Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah.
That movie
all
really did a number on me.
all really based on Leonardo
They are.
DiCaprio. Oh gosh, my favorite song. Let me think. There's so many, so it's hard, but I think
Well, not now. It's at the
No,
time,
of the
right?
90s.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
90
yeah.
or
No,
2000s.
Save Tonight by Eagle Eye Cherry.
Oh,
wow.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
And I can
Oh,
still sing it.
That's
do
That
it.
comes on and still no.
I really wanted you to say something by Sixpence None the Richer.
Oh my
That
God,
was
Kiss
another
Me by
one.
Sixpence None the Richer.
Wouldn't that be
Also a great one.
All right, Kanika, what about you?
I love
what's
it.
yours?
I mean, there were so many. I love Dave Matthews, like anything.
Oh,
Dave
please.
Matthews.
Oh, my, yes.
And then the one that I would like really get down with my girlfriends and sing was No Scrub.
Oh,
No Scrub.
TLC.
man.
There's, I mean,
Great
we
one.
could go through a discography of TLC, Crazy,
Yes.
Sexy, Cool,
Oh.
and Red Light Special. Everything they ever made was
Waterfalls.
amazing.
Yeah,
The best.
they were great.
That's so scrub.
We
yeah,
had
No
cassettes
Scrub is
back then.
great.
Like, yeah.
I
It
know.
was like you
Remember
had to
we got
like
singles?
hold it out. Yeah.
Oh,
and then
yeah.
like read the
Oh, yeah.
lyrics.
Or do you guys remember? I was just recently thinking about this. You would be able to get 11 CDs for 11 pennies. Like you would have to
Yes.
mail away for them.
Yes. I remember this. Yeah.
Was it like
that. It was the
Columbia House?
service.
Like,
Yeah,
you, like,
yes. No,
yeah,
you
okay,
had
yeah,
to like,
yes.
there were little stickers. You would pick which 11 ones you wanted. Oh,
Right.
yeah. I remember
It was like
those.
kind of like a Scholastic for like
Yeah.
CDs.
Loved
Like
it.
there was like a catalog. Oh my gosh.
Well,
and
I
then when
got really
forgot-
into buying movie soundtracks. Do you remember when it was like the huge thing? You're like, we've got to buy this. After you see the movie, you go to Newberry Comics next door and you're like, we've got to get the CD now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like She's All That. Like the
Oh, yeah. She's All That was a good one.
So many fun songs.
10 Things I Hate About You was so
Yeah.
Mhm.
We had the best like rom-coms ever. We
yeah.
invented
Hands
rom-coms,
down.
our era.
hands down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Like
the
it
best.
just oh my
They don't
goodness.
make them like that anymore.
No. And one that I forgot to ask you earlier, but favorite accessory. And like you can go back if you want.
Okay.
Or like
I've got a
was
tie.
fashion.
I was really deep into butterfly clips.
I thought you were going to say that because that is such a good one. That was my tie.
far too many. I would have hundreds in my hair someday.
Oh,
Sabrina
my
has
goodness.
gorgeous hair. Sabrina has the
Yeah.
most gorgeous hair. But what about a puka shell necklace?
Oh no. Yes. I know.
I had a puka shell necklace, and it was just before I had hemp necklaces.
Okay.
And it was never appropriate or good looking, but I thought it was like we're living at the beach. It always works. It goes with everything.
You don't live at the beach.
I know, and I don't. But I thought it was so cool.
Yeah. I love that. Yeah, I liked like all the chokers. It was like you
Oh,
can never
yeah.
have too many of
Like-
those. Yeah.
Yeah, do
Just
you
a
remember
little
those?
swirly. But like way back when grade school, I love this. And who knows if it's going to come back as a fashion trend because it's so random.
Well,
But it was, I know, it's like slides are back, but it's the circle thing that's like a t-shirt tie.
I know. Yes.
Oh my
You
God!
put it through.
Oh.
First of all, I don't know
Love
when it will
those.
come back. It will come back, but I recently tried to make one out of a bracelet because I
Okay.
was wearing too baggy a shirt and I I had like a bangle bracelet and I was like, how can I make this? I agree. It's wonderful.
It was so cool. It was just
You
like,
do like a side tie.
Mhm.
I love that. Oh, I love that.
Mhm.
Well,
And some
now
of
it's
them
like
had
the
like
age of crop
rhinestones.
tops. That makes sense. We should get them back.
yeah, exactly. It's like and you could just like bedazzle it. Like there could be a Gucci, a Chanel t-shirt tie.
I think this is a great
like it.
business for Etsy.
This
Yes.
is a really good
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
We're onto something. You can have your name on it.
Mhm.
So now let's go into your mom sense moment. I love hearing these stories. So what was a time where you just trusted your intuition, your mom sense that just steered you on the right path? And we have many, but if there's one you had to pinpoint.
I think mine it's like a bigger moment, but just kind of like recognizing that my youngest son was potentially on the autism spectrum and like really kind of like just bringing attention to my daughter, his pediatrician, and I guess really following my intuition there, because I think there is a part of any big revelation with your kid where you could kind of choose to think well, every kid's different and blah, blah, blah. But I think there was always something in me that knew. And I think trusting that was like really important, because I was able to, I guess, with autism spectrum disorders, you do want to get early intervention and things like that. So I feel good that I was on the ball with it.
I love that. Yeah, it's just you have this inner knowing, and I'm so glad that you trusted it. And what about you, Sabrina?
I guess I'll just say, like, when I was pregnant with my first, and I know this might not really count, but I just knew 100% she was a girl. Like, I didn't need them to do a test. I didn't need anything for that. Like, I was just like, this is a girl. Now, it could have gone really bad. Like, what if it wasn't a girl? And then what if I had felt disappointed? I don't know. I just happened to be right.
Yeah, and continue to be right. Also.
Yeah.
But I just was like, I mean, I remember when we got like the gender result back, my husband was like, wait for me to get home to open it. We'll open it together. And I was like, I mean, it's a girl. What's the point?
I think we know.
I
Okay, Steve, I think we have all the facts.
And we've already picked up a name. Like, let's go on. So I don't know. Yeah. I mean, that's the only one I can think of. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, that's amazing. It's like no gender reveal needed. Like I know what's up. I know what's up.
Yeah.
Is there a quote that you live by?
I mean, I'm just going to tell you right now. This quote is from the movie Vanilla Sky. Okay.
Ooh, wow.
Which
I
I want to say
was
either 2000 or 99. I don't know what year, but we're going back some time.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, Penelope Cruz says it, I think, in the movie. And as a reminder, Tom Cruise, Penelope Cruz, Cameron Diaz, what a lineup.
I know.
And the quote is, every passing minute is another chance to turn it all around. And it sounds corny when I say it, but I really think that defines a lot of how I think about things. Like, you can always make it better. You can always apologize. You can always right the ship. I like living like by that.
Oh my gosh, that's beautiful.
Sabrina has a funny one. She's always saying, grow up.
Oh, yeah.
She says it all, and it's so true.
Yeah.
So many things can be summed up by just saying, just grow up. You know, like,
I mean, not to children,
not
but
to children.
like,
No.
Right.
But
She's
it
not
often comes in
sassing
handy,
children.
like when you're thinking of yourself. Like when I start to get like super emotional about something that's just not worth that, I'm just like, oh, Sabrina, grow up.
Yeah,
It's
it's a good
fine.
one. It's helpful.
It's my tough love phrase. Yeah.
Yeah. And now where can my listeners find you guys?
Sabrina and I are on Instagram. I'm at Andie M. Mitchell. She's at S. Kohlberg. Pop Culture Moms is wherever you get your podcasts. Every Tuesday we have a new episode. And what else?
We're talking to great people, and they're all really fun. The movies and TV shows we love, and then really amazing people that I can't believe wanted to talk to us or talking to us.
I'm telling you, I know. So
That's
exciting.
amazing.
It's been a great journey.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's so great. I'm so glad you're in this game. It is so fun. And I'm just so thrilled that we got to have this heart to heart. Like, I feel like we need to put scrunchies in our hair and have a sleepover now. Like, it's just happening.
Yeah.
Yes. 100%. It's done.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening to today's episode. I hope you got some great takeaways from our conversation. Join my community by logging on to that'stotalmomsense.com. If you haven't already, please subscribe to That's Total Mom Sense, the podcast, wherever you listen, and be sure to rate and review. On socials, my handle is @KanikaChaddaGupta on Instagram, Threads, TikTok, and X. You can also find me on LinkedIn. My episode videos are on YouTube and YouTube podcasts with highlights on YouTube Shorts. Write to me at that'stotalmomsense@gmail.com. My team and I read all your pitches and feedback and are so glad to be in touch. Remember, always trust your mom sense and dad sense. Stay strong, super parents. See you soon.